degrees for high temperature. Isolated showers and wind are possible. Ksee 24 News at 6 starts right now.
Local news that matters. This is Ksee 24 News at 6.
A lot of people that want to sit on the edge of the water don't realize how swift it can actually be, and it can get taken under. So we have a lot of people every year.
Tonight, new orders issued as valley rivers continue to be swollen with flood waters. Authorities asking residents to stay out of the water as temperatures start to tick upwards. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Esteban Reynoso. Alexon and Stephanie are off tonight. Sunshine and warmer weather has returned to the valley, but tonight Fresno County is reminding people to stay away from flood-swollen rivers. Both the Kings and the San Joaquin rivers are closed because of the dangerous conditions. Our Rhett Rodriguez joins us live just below Fryan Dam. Rhett, county agencies warning residents to not be tempted to take that dip in the river. Rhett?
That's right, Esteban. If you take a look behind me, you can see just how high and how fast this water is moving. Not only is it dangerous, but is also extremely cold. And the Fresno County Sheriff's Office says everyone needs to take the river closures seriously.
A lot of people that want to sit on the edge of the water don't realize how swift it can actually be, and it can get taken under. So we have a lot of people every year that are inexperienced swimmers or have no training at all whatsoever, standing on the edge of the water. They slip, they fall in, and they drown.
The San Joaquin and Kings River are high and moving fast as Fryan and Pine Flat dams continue to release water to make room for melting snow.
They're having to release water from the dams on a regular basis, and that fluctuates throughout the day. So what looks like something calm right now could actually end up being a lot faster moving water later.
Because of the dangers, the San Joaquin and Kings River were closed on March 14th. Justin Simmons with the Fresno Fire Water Rescue Team says the swift current isn't the only concern.
It's very cold, so I mean it's in the low 50s or so. Even as the temperatures outside get warmer as we get into spring and summer, the water's still going to be significantly colder.
The Fresno County Sheriff's Office says those who ignore the closures will be cited for trespassing.
So it's a citation. It's a $250 fine, but it's a criminal offense, and it's something that we're going to take seriously.
On Sunday, several whitewater rafters were spotted on the San Joaquin River near Millerton Dam by the Fresno County Sheriff's Office Eagle One helicopter. Each person was given a ticket. The Sheriff's Office says they don't expect the water to go down anytime soon, so they're asking everyone to please be patient.
So they're expecting the closures to last probably through June into July even, because the amount of snow they have up there is over 200% of normal for the snowpack, so it's going to continue all the way through the early summer months.
Officials say if you see someone in the river, don't go in yourself or else you could put yourself in danger. Reporting live, Rhett Rodriguez, Ksee 24, local news that matters.
Rhett, thank you so much. In addition to the Kings River, the Tulare County Sheriff has issued an order to close the St. Johns River as well. This includes waterways, banks, and beaches. The St. Johns River will be closed from McKay's Point west of Road 236. And the Kings River will be closed from the Tulare and Fresno County line. This order is for all purposes, including recreational and commercial use. The sheriff is urging people to stay clear of the river areas and to avoid getting near any waterways. Governor Gavin Newsom today signing an executive order aimed at expediting flood relief and preparation in the Tulare Lake bottom, an area compromised mostly of farmland now completely underwater. The order goes into effect immediately and suspends some regulations protecting fish and wildlife to expedite diverting flood water, repairing levees, and removing debris. It also waives work hour restrictions for personnel currently working on the emergency response. It comes as flood waters are spread as far as the eye can see and still rising with snow melting in the mountains. The recent re-emerged lake comes at a high cost.
We've sent our loss damages to the governor's office 2 days ago. We're currently estimated at $1 billion in losses today. Multiplier effects bring that to $2 billion with loss of wages, jobs, the trickle down. So this right here is positive.
Kings County Supervisor Richard Valley says he has invited the governor down to see the damage and says the county is requesting $5 million to raise the levee around the city to protect it against additional flooding to come. We reached out to the governor's office, but we are still waiting to hear back. Tonight, we're learning there may be as many as 30 counts of document fraud-related charges in the indictment of former President Trump. The historic move is sparking reaction from both political parties and is setting up what is expected to be a hard-fought legal battle. NBC's Alice Barr reports from Washington.
The world reacting today to an unprecedented moment in American politics. Former President Trump indicted by a Manhattan grand jury. NBC News learning from two sources that the still sealed indictment includes roughly 30 counts of document fraud related charges. The former president's attorneys say he's ready to fight what they're calling a political prosecution.
He's ready to be combative on something that he believes is an injustice. His knees don't buckle.
Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg's investigation centers on an alleged hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels during the 2016 presidential campaign and how that payment was documented. Mr. Trump denies Daniels' claims of a 2006 affair or any other wrongdoing.
This was a personal resolution for a personal matter.
And while the former president prepares to appear in court, likely on Tuesday, Republicans are lining up to attack the prosecutor and defend Mr. Trump.
They're trying to destroy Donald Trump because they fear him at the ballot box.
The message from Democrats.
This is an affirmation of the fact that no one should be above the law.
Deep divisions echoed across the country.
I just think it's stupid. It's going to not get anywhere.
I think it's been a long time coming. I'm hopeful that it actually works.
Former President Trump still faces separate investigations regarding classified documents and alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election, while the 2024 race for the White House heats up with the Republican frontrunner under a cloud of legal controversy. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
The city of Fresno is returning to its 3-day watering schedule starting tomorrow. Residents whose address ends in an odd number will be permitted to run their sprinklers on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. For even number addresses, sprinklers can run on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Watering is not allowed on Mondays in the city of Fresno and never allowed between the hours of 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. The Fresno Department of Public Utilities wants to encourage customers to conserve water whenever possible. The water schedule will end at the end of October. In Community Matters, middle school students from all over Clovis Unified met at Kasner Intermediate School today for the second annual Latino Student Success Conference. Community leaders spoke at the event and held breakout sessions to inspire students to accomplish whatever goals they set for themselves. The conference was named for fallen officer Jesus Cerron, who advocated for students with a Latino club at Kasner. After he died, the conference was renamed in his honor with the goal to inspire middle school students. Today, his son, Nick, received a special honor.
And it is my honor to announce that the National Latino Peace Officers Association has selected Nick Cerron as the recipient of the National Latino Scholarship.
Congratulations, Nick. And Nick received a $1,000 scholarship to pursue his education.
The conference provides inspiration and hope, but also gives a sense of promoting identity within our student body. Obviously, our Latino student population is the largest student population, but also provides a sense of empowerment.
Around 250 students attended today's conference and were encouraged to be bold and not limit their futures. We're just one day away from the kickoff of the 85th annual Big Hat Days in Clovis this weekend. The event opens tomorrow morning at 9 and runs until 6 on Saturday and 5 on Sunday. Nearly 400 vendors are expected to turn out to Old Town Clovis for the 2-day festivities, selling things like jewelry, clothing, and of course, some of your favorite foods. For organizers with the event, they're looking forward to offering fun activities for people of all ages.
I mean, it really is great to see the community all come out. There's something for everyone. We have kids rides, we have, petting zoos, pony rides, lots of stuff for the kids to do, as well as just every age.
There will be free parking for anyone looking to make their way out to Big Hat Days at the Clovis Rodeo grounds. Still to come on Ksee 24 News at 6, protecting the future for our marine life. We take a look at the sweet moments when 4 sea lion pups return to the ocean.
Some of this dysfunction and destruction that you're seeing here is going to take years to recover and rebuild. but we're starting now.
And coming up on Ksee 24 News at 6:30, a visit from the President and First Lady a week after a deadly tornado tears apart a Mississippi town. What the President has to say about federal aid for affected residents.
And we're finally seeing some warm temperatures here on the Central Valley floor. Here is a look at our temperatures across the valley. 62 in Merced, 65 right now still in Hanford, 63 in Fresno, and 63 in Porterville. I'll talk more about what we can expect for our weekend forecast coming up after the break. For right now, I do want to show you your 4-day buzz allergy forecast. Your top pollens are oak, juniper, and poplar, and levels are medium high for the next few days. We'll be right back.
This is Ksee 24 News at 6 with Stephanie Barugian, Alexon Balakian, and the certified most accurate forecast with AMS certified Chief Meteorologist AJ Fox. Your local weather authority, Ksee 24, local news.
What do I see on Ksee? I see stories of everyday people making a big difference. There is such an amazing sense of passion and drive in the people in the Central Valley. Families wanting what's best for their children, children trying to make those families proud. I see this every day in the stories we tell. I see what matters. I see local stories making an impact right here. And I invite you all to see it right here every day on Ksee 24 News.
Well, you know, I think what's interesting about this dealership is that it's been around for 75 years. Started with another family, the Hallowell family. You know, my dad went to work for them over 60 years ago. He has remained with the dealership. I have people come in and say, I bought from your dad in 1964. And the funny thing is that my dad will remember what they bought. You know, he just kind of has that kind of brain. Come see the Silverado.
Hendrick Chevrolet. At Jacoby & Myers, we've been helping California accident victims for over 50 years. We've gotten clients 10, 20, even 100 times more than the insurance company's original offer. That's the difference experience makes. Choose Jacoby & Myers.
See that? Our new menu is mashing the past, the future, the delicious, and the yum-believable. So whether breakfast, lunch, dinner, or late night, at Denny's,
it's diner time. Now YourCentralValley.com, pros who know.
At United Health Centers, we've opened new locations to better serve our Kings, Tulare, and Fresno County communities. Call or stop by a beautiful new center near you.
For more expert advice, go to YourCentralValley.com/pros who know.
Your Character Matters, Tuesdays at 5 on Ksee 24, local news that matters.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Catherine Phillips, filling in for AJ Fox tonight. We have a beautiful weekend ahead of us. We're going to have dry conditions, no rain chances for the valley floor, and we're going to be in the mid-60s and upper 60s for most of the weekend. Those rain chances do re-enter the forecast on Monday, but we will only have a chilly start to the work week once we get there. So here's a look from our Eagle Mountain Casino Valley camera. You can see beautiful, beautiful view of the mountains. No clouds in the sky right here. Blue skies and just a little bit of a breeze here in Fresno. China Peak camera is down, but we did see some beautiful people out there playing in the snow earlier today. We'll try to see if we get that back up for 6:30. Temperatures right now across the valley, 63 in Porterville, 63 in Visalia, 63 in Fresno, and 63 in Madera, so not doing too bad. Over the next 12 hours, we are going to see us drop out of the 60s once the sun sets. Tomorrow's high temperature, 68 degrees. We can expect to see lows in the low 40s for tonight. Sunrise for tomorrow at 6:46 in the morning. So enjoy those 60s right before we go back to being chilly into the overnight hours. Wind speeds have calmed down dramatically from where we were yesterday in the past few days when we saw all those storms. 6-mile-per-hour winds right now in Fresno. Merced, Madera looking good with no wind gust measuring right now. 7-miles-per-hour wind gusts in Hanford. So a lot calmer. Our live radar is also calmer too. So clear skies across California, just a little bit of rain in Northern California. Over the next 48 hours, we are going to see some clouds start to come back in on Sunday. Saturday, however, will be clear for the weekend. Sunday also pretty clear, just some more clouds than what we're going to see on Saturday. Coming forward to Monday, that is when we're going to start to see some rain chances re-enter the valley. This is Monday at 4:30 in the morning, so into the overnight early morning hours, you could see some rain chances for places closer to the foothills. So if you're on the west side, you should be fine. If you're in the foothills, look out for some rain chances Monday morning. Some in the morning, parts of Fresno County could see some rain as well. We're talking tenths of an inch, a few hundredths of an inch of rain. And then for snow in the Sierra, we're talking inches. So not feet, inches for most spots, most elevations. So we still have this flood warning in effect for the Merced River at Stevenson. And then we also have these flood advisories in effect for the San Joaquin River, as well as the Kings River. So Raleigh, Sanger, places like that, because the water levels are still pretty high there. For your Chuck Chansey getaway forecast, Yosemite looking good for tomorrow, 51 degrees for the high. Lake Tahoe pretty chilly. San Francisco getting close to 60. Same with Monterey in the mid-50s. Reno mid-50s as well for tomorrow. Southern California, Palm Springs looks like the place to be for tomorrow, 80 degrees. Las Vegas, 76 degrees. San Diego, 65 degrees, so pretty mild. And LA, 67 degrees for your Saturday too. So Palm Springs, warmest spot on the map. Over here, overnight lows, 41 in Tulare, 41 in Visalia, 41 in Hanford, 42 in Fresno, 42 in Madera, and in Chowchilla, 40 degrees. Even chillier if you're in the foothills or in Yosemite Valley. For our afternoon high temperatures for tomorrow, despite getting pretty chilly into the overnight, we still will warm all the way back up to the upper 60s, 68 in Fresno, 68 in Selma, 69 in Hanford, 67 in Visalia, 64 in Porterville, and 67 in Pixley. For the next few days, our 5-day forecast does show some warming for the weekend. Saturday, beautiful day. Sunday, some cloud cover. Monday, that is going to be the big change from Sunday. 57 degrees for a high temperature on Monday. Going to feel chilly after seeing 67 on Sunday. Tuesday, cool and cloudy. Rain chances for Monday and Tuesday could pop up. Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies, 62 degrees. Thursday, 66. And then Friday, we're back in the 70s.
I think I agree. I think I speak for all of us when I say that we enjoy the break right now, right? I mean, the sunshine,
everyone enjoys the break from the rain.
It's beautiful outside right now.
Oh, yeah.
What are we doing in here?
Let's go. We got the news handled. Angelique's in here for sports.
Awesome. That's what I'm thinking.
Let's go
Thanks
outside.
so much,
Let's go play.
Thank you so much.
You're
I appreciate
welcome.
it. Although the valley is getting some sunshine, areas like Alpaugh and Tulare County are still dealing with damage from the winter storms. Dramatic drone video captured yesterday shows water gushing out onto a nearby road after a levee broke due to erosion and high flowing water. Last week, some 12,000 people in Tulare County were placed under an evacuation order. Coming up next in sports, Fresno State football hosted a scrimmage this morning at Valley Children's Stadium. Angelique Martinez joins us now with more. Angelique?
Yeah, Esteban, the Bulldogs are continuing spring practice, and a familiar face didn't participate due to injury. Coming up, the latest on why Logan Fife was sidelined for Friday's scrimmage. Plus, we hear from former receiver Jalen Moreno-Cropper. More on that coming up next in Sports Central.
You're throwing the dog a quinceañera? Quinceañera is a big step up for a dog that was found in a porta potty.
Oh my God, it's happening, Juno. We're finally becoming women.
New Lopez versus Lopez tonight on NBC.
I met a woman today. She's a mommy.
I would be worried about that kid.
Please. Sherm love kids.
I'd invite you in, but my son is home.
I'll meet the little man. Who this?
This is my son.
What's up, bro? That's a grown-ass man.
Grand Crew tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
What do I see on Ksee? I see stories of everyday people making a big difference. There is such an amazing sense of passion and drive in the people in the Central Valley. Families wanting what's best for their children, children trying to make those families proud. I see this every day in the stories we tell. I see what matters. I see local stories making an impact right here. And I invite you all to see it right here every day on Ksee 24 News.
When mental health issues interfere with everyday life, Kauai Health can help. Our new Center for Mental Wellness has a group of professionals available to provide compassionate care and support. Visit us online to learn more.
Ksee 24 News is brought to you in part by Kauai Health.
If you're a fan of the show, then you know we've met some amazing people this year. George Lopez, the man himself, Howie Mandel, Keenan Thompson himself, along with Kimberly Lewis. Come on, you pulling right there. Oh my God! Huge dog lover.
Keep going. Pump it up.
To all of our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for following along on social media. Cheers to another year here of Central Valley Today.
Now, Sports Central, presented by Toyota.
Fresno State football continues spring practice. The Bulldogs hosted a scrimmage on Friday morning. Junior quarterback Logan Fife did not participate. The Tracy native started 4 games for the Bulldogs last season. He stepped up for an injured Jake Hayner.
Fife pulled an oblique muscle last week and is taking time to rest. Only 4 out of the 6 quarterbacks on the roster were getting reps today in the scrimmage. Joshua Wood has also been out with a shoulder injury.
A couple days ago, he pulled an oblique muscle, so it's very painful when you're trying to torque and throw. So he wasn't able to play today. I think it comes at a good time for him. But those things sometimes can be a little tricky. You know, those obliques, depending how deep it is. But because it's a torque when you throw, you know, there's a lot that's done with your core. And so he'll treat well over the week and see what happens when he gets back.
Meanwhile, former Bulldog Jalen Moreno Cropper took part in a few drills yesterday at Fresno State Pro Day. He was the only Bulldog receiver invited to the NFL Combine. Last season, Cropper became the first Bulldog since 2018 to become a 1,000-yard receiver. He also had 3 100 receiving yard games during his senior year. The Valley native is planning to implement lessons he's learned from head coach Jeff Tedford at the next level.
Being able to play for Coach Tedford definitely helped me grow up, not only, you know, as a man, but as, you know, a football player. Being able to understand the game of football, the ins and outs, understand the preparation it takes to be the best that you can. And I feel like, you know, every day, every week that we had to prepare for, you know, an opponent on Saturday, I think just the professional way, the business-like mentality that he instilled in all of us was definitely something that, you know, I'll carry on forever.
To baseball, the Diamond Dogs open up a 3-game series tonight, taking on UC Santa Barbara. They're just getting underway. The Gauchos are one of the best programs in the country, and Fresno State has been reliant on their strong pitching and defense so far this season. We'll have highlights later on from Bob Bennett Stadium at 11 o'clock. That's going to do it for sports. KC24 News continues after this.
Why so many teenagers don't want to learn how to drive.
It's just really scary going behind the wheel.
It used to be a rite of passage. Not anymore. Next, Inside Edition.
Inside Edition, tonight at 7 on KC24.
1,000 positions hiring. Endless opportunity. Benefit from world-class training. A 6-figure starting salary. And make a positive difference in your community. Apply now. Scan the code or visit jointhechp1000.com.
Join Sequoia Symphony Orchestra's Festival of American Icons, showcasing the music of Copland, Gershwin, Higdon, and Bernstein. Enjoy April's world-class performances by Sequoia Symphony Orchestra at the Visalia Fox Theater.
When I got hurt in a car wreck, I had so many questions. I called Dunyon Law.
I'm attorney Bridget Dunyon. After a car wreck, just call us.
They got me $710,000 for my car wreck.
Call DUNNION.
It's time to end things. You're unreliable, and I can't keep fixing you. I want something better and more efficient. It's time for me to move on.
Breaking up? Don't settle for an old, outdated air conditioning unit. Upgrade to something better with Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. When you trade in your old unit, we'll give you $1,000 toward a brand new energy-efficient model. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. We serve our customers, our coworkers, our community, and have fun doing it.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Today through Sunday. Fresno Convention Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2023 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Fresno Convention Center. Free admission. Call 1-888-SPA-SALE.
You're invited to the Visalia Chamber of Commerce Impact Leadership Conference, April 20th. Learn about quality leadership and workforce training for Valley business owners and employees. Nationally recognized speakers will focus on workplace skills, personal growth, and community activism. Local experts will talk about leadership trends and offer networking with entrepreneurs. Central Valley employers will be on hand for career advancement opportunities. Don't miss the Visalia Chamber of Commerce Impact Leadership Conference. Call or go online today for information.
Looking for the best barbershop around? Look no further than Straight Faded Barbershop. Straight Faded Barbershop in Tulare, specializing in all the latest styles for all your haircut needs. Offering from a diverse range of cuts to always keep you looking fresh. Avoid the wait and schedule your appointment on the Booksy app. Walk-ins are welcome. At Straight Faded Barbershop, we provide top-notch service. Come see us today. Located in Tulare.
KC24 News is always available at the new YourCentralValley.com. This is KC24 News at 6.
Welcome back. 4 sea lion pups appeared excited to be back in the ocean after their time at a California rescue. Check this out. They were released in San Pedro today by the Marine Mammal Care Center. Look at them go. That's so cool. Caregivers say all 4 were rescued in January and are now about 8 or 9 months old. Look at them. They seem pretty excited to be out there. Sea lions can live to be 15 or 20 years old in the wild, but the first 2 years are very critical.
So these pups would normally still be out with their moms, but for some reason they became stranded and separated. And so we provide the safe haven and the nutrition and the care that they need to be able to make this transition back to the wild.
Vets say these animals have a difficult time ahead, but they believe they've given the pups a good start toward a long life. We have much more coming up on KC24 News at 6:30. Recent flooding still concerning Valley residents. We'll hear from those affected as Valley Congressman David Valadao tours the damage. And honoring labor rights leader Cesar Chavez, we take a look at a new mural in his honor unveiled today. Stay with us.
California is leading the way with goals to reduce emissions by 85%. And as a California company, Chevron is proud to be developing technologies that can help our state meet these goals. From investments in hydrogen fuel that can power cars that only emit water and air, to innovations in carbon capture that can help lower the carbon intensity of the industries we rely on. California is moving toward a lower carbon future, and Chevron is helping provide the technologies to get us there.
Nobody sees red like fashion furniture. Take a look around and find your favorite red recliner, or any other color for that matter. It's going to come in handy when LA travels to New Orleans for a pro basketball clash Saturday, April 1st, live on primetime TV. So pick your favorite recliner and make a night of it. NBA basketball in total comfort in your new recliner from Fashion Furniture on El Paso across from River Park. And the game, that's on KC24.
Elizabeth Vargas Reports, my new show, will not be an opinion show. It is a straight news show. The ground we've staked, you can see very clearly every night on News Nation. Sometimes we'll have different points of view. It's important to hear both. I think when people tune in, they want to hear who said what. They want to hear what it means to me. We'll leave opinion making up to our viewers who are smart enough to do that on their own.
Elizabeth Vargas Reports premieres Monday, 6/5 Central, only on News Nation.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Today through Sunday. Fresno Convention Center. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in 1 day only. New 2023 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Fresno Convention Center. Free admission. Call 1-888-SPA-SALE.
Get moving in the most fun-to-drive Honda vehicles yet. Like the Civic, the vehicle car and driver called more fun to drive than the competition. And the HR-V, with more style, a more sporty design, and more exhilarating performance. Get moving and find the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
The new Table Mountain Casino Resort, now open.
Belmont Nursery proudly sponsors tonight's first segment of local news that matters at 6:30. Belmont Nursery, your go-to place for plants for 80 years.
KC24 News begins with your forecast first from your local weather authority.
Good evening, I'm Catherine Phillips filling in for AJ Fox tonight. Here is a live look from our Visalia camera at Kauai Health. You can see blue skies, just how gorgeous it is out there right now. Barely any clouds either. So here is what we can expect with our live radar. Clear skies as well. No cloud cover to be concerned with at the moment. We do have some changes coming for the weekend. I'll talk about that in my 4 forecast coming up. But for right now, here's your temperature. 62 in the North Valley and Merced, 64 in Lemoore, 65 in Hanford, and 63 in Fresno, Visalia, and in Porterville. We're going to keep those warm temperatures around for the weekend. 68 on Saturday, 67 on Sunday with some increasing clouds. By Monday, isolated showers and windy conditions are possible. Big drop in the temperature between Sunday and Monday. The high temperature 57 degrees on Monday. I'll talk just how long that will last. My 4 forecast coming up. But for right now, Ksee 24 News at 6:30 starts right now.
Local news that matters. This is Ksee 24 News at 6:30.
Valley Congressman David Valadao gets a first-hand look at some of the damage brought on by recent severe weather in the South Valley. And relief is on the way in the Tulare Lake Basin Valley as devastating flooding is impacting homes and farms in Kings County. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Esteban Reynoso in for Alexon and Stephanie tonight. Several South Valley communities are still picking up the pieces after a number of severe storms hit the valley. Today, Congressman David Valadao met with local dairy farmers and got a first-hand look at some of the damage. Our Juanita Adame is live in Kings County with more on how bad the damage really is in some areas. Juanita.
Well, Esteban, we're here at the DeYoung family farm in Hanford, and we want to show you some of the efforts that are being made out here to save some of this floodwater and some of these properties. So this is the Highland Canal that we're right next to. The water from this canal reaches the town of Corcoran. Now, locals brought in some excavators, and in a matter of 2 days, they were working round the clock. They built a 600-foot cutout. Now, that water that was initially supposed to flow in one direction was diverted to Cross Creek, and this makeshift dam essentially saved the town of Corcoran.
That's a big infrastructure that had to be made last minute, but it was done and on our property, which we were happy to help and help the folks there in Corcoran get by with their problem.
Now, Congressman Valadao was here to assess the damage with local farmers, and he was here to ask state and federal leaders for immediate help. We also heard from 4 dairy farmers who have been affected by the flooding. One who told us they've had to move 7,000 cows in 2 days. They've had to do layoffs on some of these farms. Some of these farmers in tears because of the enormous effect that these storms have had on their properties. They said the damage won't just affect them in the short term, but this damage is going to affect them in the long term. Live here in Hanford, Juanita Adame, Ksee 24, local news that matters.
Juanita, thank you so much. Flooding continues to wreak havoc in the area of Kings County, located in the Tulare Lake Basin, but relief is on the way. Damage is now expected to cost billions of dollars. Today, Governor Gavin Newsom signing an executive order to support the flood response and recovery. Our Ben Morris has more.
The executive order signed by Governor Gavin Newsom aims to immediately support relief efforts in the flooded Tulare Lake Basin. It suspends some regulations protecting fish and wildlife to expedite the needs of diverting floodwater, removing debris, and repairing levees, and does much more.
It opens the doors, it cuts a lot of red tape, it suspends regulations, it allows for our officials to be able to manage this quicker.
Richard Valley represents District 2 in the county, including Corcoran and the miles of farmland continuing to take on water. These images show the impact of the reappearing Tulare Lake.
We've sent our loss damages to the governor's office 2 days ago. We're currently estimated at $1 billion in losses today. Multiplier effects bring that to $2 billion with loss of wages, jobs, the trickle down. So this right here is positive.
Valley has publicly asked Governor Gavin Newsom to take a trip down to the county to see the damage for himself.
We want to show them the levee system that doesn't only protect the city of Corcoran, but those 2 state prisons there. We're asking him for $5 million in state funds to help us build on top of the current levee, raise that wall 2 more feet. So come summertime, when it's going to be scary, that levee is going to be there to protect this community, hopefully.
Ben Morris, Ksee 24, local news that matters.
With the sun coming out and warmer weather quickly approaching, agencies around Fresno County are reminding people to stay away from surrounding rivers in the coming weeks. Both the San Joaquin and Kings Rivers were closed by the Fresno County Sheriff's Office back on March 14th. The water levels in both rivers are extremely high and fast moving because of water being released from the Pine Flat and Friant dams. The Sheriff's Office says deputies will enforce closures for the rivers and will cite anyone in the water for trespassing.
So it's a citation. It's a $250 fine, but it's a criminal offense. It's something that we're going to take seriously.
Sheriff's office says they don't expect the water to go down anytime soon and are asking for the public's patience as the closures are meant to keep people safe. A historic day for the nation as former President Donald Trump is expected to be arraigned in court on Tuesday following an indictment vote by a New York grand jury yesterday. Washington correspondent Ksee has more reaction from lawmakers in the Capitol.
Before Trump is forced to stand before a judge, Republicans call the case against him politically motivated, while Democrats defend the judicial system.
They've got nothing.
Just as Donald Trump predicted, the former president's indictment is dividing the country.
An outrage. No person is above the law.
The exact charges against Trump are still under seal, but they came out of an investigation into hush money payments to an adult film star just before the 2016 election.
It's clear to the overwhelming majority of the American people that this is nothing short of a political prosecution.
Trump continues to maintain his innocence, and his spokesperson, Liz Harrington, told News Nation that Manhattan DA Alan Bragg has no case.
This is the tactics of thugs and tyrants. They're abusing the rule of law.
The country's two top Democrats, President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, would not weigh in on the indictment.
I have no comment on that.
I am not going to comment on an ongoing criminal case.
But members of Congress jumped into the debate. Connecticut Democrat Senator Richard Blumenthal said Trump will have the same rights as any criminal defendant.
The justice system will go forward, no matter what Donald Trump or any of his allies say.
And when Trump turns himself in, he'll be treated just like anyone else facing charges, mugshot, fingerprinting, and all. But he will likely not be handcuffed, will be escorted by Secret Service, and will also likely be released that same day. In Washington, I'm Jessie Chenor.
The city of Fresno is returning to its 3-day watering schedule starting tomorrow. Residents whose addresses end in an odd number will be permitted to run their sprinklers on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And for even-numbered addresses, sprinklers can run on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Watering is not allowed on Mondays in the city of Fresno and never allowed between the hours of 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. The Fresno Department of Public Utilities wants to encourage customers to conserve water whenever possible. The water schedule will end at the end of October. In Community Matters, middle school students from all over Clovis Unified met at a Kasner Intermediate School today for the second annual Latino Student Success Conference. Community leaders spoke at the event and held breakout sessions to inspire students to accomplish whatever goals they set for themselves. The conference was named for late officer Jesus Cerón, who advocated for students with the Latino Club at Kasner. After he died, the conference was renamed in his honor with the goal to inspire middle school students.
The conference provides inspiration and hope, but also gives a sense of promoting identity within our student body. Obviously, our Latino student population is the largest student population, but also provides a sense of empowerment.
Around 250 students attended today's conference and were encouraged to be bold and not limit their futures. South Central Fresno is going to get a little greener thanks to a new program from the Valley Air District. The Air District has awarded $1 million to Tree Fresno to partner with local schools and organizations and plant more trees in South Central Fresno. The funding will be used to plant nearly 1,700 new trees across 2 different projects. The first project partners with local schools to create tree planting events for students. The second project is an Adopt a Tree program for Fresno businesses and residents. Projects are expected to start this spring and continue over the next 3 years. Still to come on KC24 News at 6:30, a labor rights leader is honored today with a brand new mural. The themes that were most important to the artist to tell the story of Cesar Chavez when we come back.
And temperatures are pretty warm right now. We saw the 60s today, and we're going to keep those 60s around for the next few days. Here are our temperatures right now across the valley. We are seeing 65 degrees in Hanford, 63 in Porterville, and then the North Valley, 62 degrees in Merced. I'll talk more about what you can expect for your weekend forecast coming up after the break. But for right now, here is your 4-day Boss allergy forecast. Your top pollens, oak, juniper, and poplar, and levels are medium high for the next 4 days. KC24 News at 6:30. We'll be right back.
This is KC24 News at 6:30 with Alexon Balakian, Stephanie Barugian, and the certified most accurate forecast with AMS certified Chief Meteorologist AJ Fox. Your local weather authority, KC24, local news that matters.
I see on Ksee stories of everyday people making a big difference. I see farmers and ranchers providing food for the nation. The work they do is so vitally important, and that inspires me to make sure they know what to prepare for, from their farm to our tables. We are all connected in the Central Valley. I see what matters. I see local stories making an impact, and I invite you to see it all here every day on KC24 News.
I was not confident in my teeth at all before I had braces.
I had gaps in my teeth were uneven.
Dr. Tom and his team definitely made us feel very comfortable.
They did treat me like family.
They did treat us like family. I was comfortable to ask them any questions about my teeth, and they would give me an honest answer, and I really appreciated that.
I was surprised just of how quick it was.
Fast Dental Fresno made it super easy, and in as little as 4 months, I had my dream smile.
I would absolutely recommend it.
Spring is here, and so are the savings. During the exclusive signature-only event at More Furniture, get 72 months interest-free financing with no money down and only your signature with payments under $45 a month. Get this beautifully crafted wood bedroom set available in 4 color options. Pair it with the coordinating dining room featuring standard or counter-height table and 4 chairs. And add style to your living room with this 2-power sofa and love seat in durable performance fabric. Visit morefurniture.com.
Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Today through Sunday. Fresno Convention Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2023 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Fresno Convention Center. Free admission. Call 1-888-SPA-SALE.
We've been partners with Chevy for a long time. I mean, it's one of those things where you're just proud and you're happy to be a partner. In the Valley, Chevy Silverado is the #1 selling full-size pickup. There's always something exciting coming out with Chevrolet, and the most recent one probably was the Corvette mid-engine. The car enthusiasts out there are all saying, wow, this is amazing.
Patrick Chevrolet.
Chances are we've already met, but when we meet here, this is where our worlds will come together. Kawea Health is built for this moment in your life. We are courageous, resilient, ready. Health is our passion, and excellence is always our focus. Because when you come in here, our priority is to get you back out there.
Kawea Health, more than medicine, life.
The latest conditions live. The KC24 Valley Cam Network.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Catherine Phillips filling in for AJ Fox tonight. And some good news. We have a beautiful weekend ahead of us. We're going to have dry conditions all weekend. We're also going to see temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, which I know a lot of us are very excited for, getting closer to our average high temperature for this time of year. Rain chances do return to the valley on Monday, and we will have a chilly start to our work week, but we have a beautiful weekend before we get to Monday. Our valley camera from Eagle Mountain Casino. Here we are at Sunmaid, Palm and Herndon. Barely any clouds in the sky. Beautiful view of the mountains, not too much wind either. Still can't get the China Peak camera up, but that's okay. It looked beautiful there. They had people out and lots of snow on the ground. 63 in Porterville, 63 in Visalia, 63 in Fresno, and then in Merced in the North Valley, 62 degrees for our current temperatures right now. Now, over the next 12 hours, we are going to see some changes. Once the sun sets, we are going to dip out of the 60s into the 50s by the evening hours, get into the 40s into the overnight. Tomorrow's high temperature, 68 degrees in most valley spots. tomorrow. Sunrise 6:46 in the morning. We do have some wind in some spots across California. Los Angeles pretty windy right now, as well as the Bay Area. But when we look at the Central Valley, Fresno 6-mile-per-hour wind gusts right now. We're pretty calm in Merced and Madera. We're also calmer in Porterville and Visalia with just a little bit of wind gusts in Hanford as well. So here's our live radar. We aren't seeing too much rain across California, a little bit off the coast in Northern California, but the Central Valley is clear, and we're going to stay clear over the next few days. So our 48-hour futurecast radar is showing by Sunday we could see some more cloud cover re-enter the valley, but Monday, that is when we're going to start to see rain chances re-enter the valley. So Monday morning, if you wake up really early or if you're awake in the middle of the night, you might see some rain in Porterville, Visalia, spots like that. We're also going to see that snow in the Sierra Nevada return. We're talking inches for snow, and we're talking hundreds to a few tenths of an inch of rain. So nothing like the storm systems that we have been seeing over the past few weeks. Extended outlook Monday morning, you could be waking up to some rain in Fresno County, but still not that much. We're talking sprinkles and very sporadic rainfall. Flood warning for Merced River at Stevenson. That is in place now, and also these flood advisories for the San Joaquin River and the Kings River, just because of how high the water is and how it does continue to rise as snow melts and as we do get some more rain here and there. Our Chuck Chansey Gold Getaway forecast: Lake Tahoe 41 degrees for your Saturday, Yosemite 51 degrees, and in Monterey 56 degrees for Saturday and 59 degrees in San Francisco. In Southern California, Palm Springs looks like the place to be if you want some warm temperatures. 80 degrees for high temperature on Saturday. Las Vegas 76 degrees, San Diego 65 degrees, and Los Angeles 67 degrees for your Saturday forecast. Overnight lows tonight in the valley, pretty chilly despite the warming trend that we're seeing. 41 in Selma, 42 in Fresno, 42 in Madera, 40 in Chowchilla, and 42 in Merced. Mariposa, spots like that, 36 degrees, so chillier in the foothills and in our mountain communities. For our afternoon high temperatures for tomorrow, we're seeing mid to upper 60s. It's going to feel nice. 68 in Fresno, 69 for Hanford, 67 for Visalia. Sequoia National Park, still chilly, 44 degrees, but that's pretty typical. Afternoon high temperatures looking good across the valley. Our 5-day forecast, we do see some changes. Warmer for Saturday, 68 degrees, increasing clouds on Sunday, 67 degrees. By Monday, that turnaround from the beautiful weather on Sunday to Monday, it's going to feel pretty rough. That's a 10-degree drop in just a day. Isolated showers are possible. Windy conditions are possible as well. Tuesday, clouds and cooler weather, warming back up for Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Before you know it, we have clear skies and 70 back in the forecast. That's fun.
And you confessed to me during the break that you've never been snowboarding, skiing, and
no, I have been. I have been cross-country skiing.
Okay. Oh, well, then never mind then.
Yes, and I'm amazing at it. I've never seen you try, so.
Then I guess we got to hit it. It's going to be great, especially with that fresh powder on there.
And those businesses, they're going to be open so much longer. The season has been extended for quite some time in most of those spots once roads are clear and stuff like that.
It's going to be a great season. Kat, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
In honor of Cesar Chavez Day today, an event was held to unveil a new mural made in honor of the labor rights leader. Take a listen. The mural was painted at the Cesar Chavez Adult Education Center in Fresno. Dozens of people came together to get the project done for the holiday today. The lead artist on the project says she wanted to capture the aura of Cesar Chavez and says she kept two main ideas in mind while designing and inspiring the art piece.
Two themes that kept coming to mind were the themes of perseverance and triumph, and I feel like it was such an amazing opportunity to tell a story that a lot of us can relate to about overcoming obstacles and shining in the place where we end up.
The artist says Cesar Chavez was an important role model, not just for her art, but also as a diverse member of the community. Still ahead at 6:30, President Biden makes a stop in Mississippi to survey storm damage from a recent series of tornadoes. His promise to devastated communities as even more storms are forecasted to bring destruction to several states when we come back.
Higher education matters, and community colleges offer everyone an affordable education and chance at success. Go to yourcentralvalley.com, click on education, and see what being part of the State Center Community College District can mean for you. KC 24 News is brought to you by Ashley Furniture.
Call us biased, but if your happy place doesn't have a diner-style burger with 2 all-beef patties, double the cheese, and a brioche bun, it's probably not as happy as it could be. Supersonic double-stacked cheeseburger. Sonic.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education, what are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare to do something different? Like be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts? Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself? What are you gonna make of me?
Hey there, I'm Dan Riley, inviting you to try our distinctive Riley's craft brews. Once you've tasted our unique beers, you'll ask for them at your favorite restaurant and store. Tell them to stock Riley's. Locally crafted Riley's Brewing Company, a hands-on beer for a hands-on life.
So you want patio furniture? Or maybe bar stools? Wait, Amish. You want the largest display of handcrafted Amish furniture in Central California? Visit Lou Rodman's Patio Bar Stools and Amish Emporium. It's big, really big.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Today through Sunday. Fresno Convention Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2023 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Fresno Convention Center. Free admission. Call 1-888-SPA-SALE.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller.
Why do we shoot baskets with paper balls? For the same reason we play scratchers from the California Lottery. Because a little play can make your day.
On the $3 crabs have arrived at Sonic. All you need is a crisp $3 bill. But those don't exist. So we made our own Sonic on the $3 crabs.
Sonic.
Next DT, American Idol Hollywood Week.
Gets nasty.
We're with the judges, seeing red.
I lay my stiletto down pretty hard.
Plus, only we're with Chandra Wilson. Next DT.
Entertainment Tonight, weeknights at 7:30 on Ksee 24. This is Ksee 24 News at 6:30.
Welcome back. The President and First Lady were in Mississippi today visiting a town ravaged by last week's deadly tornado. The state is just starting to pick up the pieces from the storm's destruction while also bracing for another round of severe storms set to rip across the Midwest and South this weekend. Anna Warkey is in Washington with more.
President Joe Biden and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden were on the ground in Rolling Fork, Mississippi Friday, just days after a deadly tornado tore through the town.
This is tough stuff.
Officials briefed the president on steps they're taking to recover from the twister that destroyed roughly 300 homes and businesses and killed at least 21 people.
Some of this dysfunction and destruction that you're seeing here, it's going to take years to recover and rebuild, but we're starting now.
President Biden announced that the federal government will cover the full cost of the state's emergency measures over the next 30 days, including first responders overtime and debris cleanup.
There's entire neighborhoods that are absolutely destroyed.
Marcus Coleman with FEMA says their disaster survivor assistance team is on the ground, helping the recovery process.
These are people going to community, neighborhood to neighborhood, knocking on doors where they can, but also asking friends and family members where loved ones might be displaced for the time being.
Coleman says entire communities were left demolished, and their recovery could take years. There are also concerns storms forecasted for this weekend could make matters worse. Still, President Biden says the federal government will stand with the residents of Mississippi until the area is back on its feet.
I'm determined that we're going to leave nothing behind. We're going to get it done for you.
In Washington, I'm Anna Warnicki.
Still to come on Ksee 24 News at 6:30, an Ohio woman proves it's never too late to follow your dreams. The special honorary diploma this woman received just a few weeks before her 103rd birthday. When we come back.
Why so many teenagers don't want to learn how to drive.
It's just really scary going behind the wheel.
It used to be a rite of passage. Not anymore. Next, Inside Edition.
Inside Edition tonight at 7 on Ksee 24.
Good news. No matter what you choose, you save. Carl's Jr.'s all-day 2 for $5 deal lets you pick 2 tasty items, like our savory cheeseburger, spicy chicken sandwich, chicken stars, or French toast dips for just $5. Only at Carl's Jr.
Disaster and damage can strike anytime. It's good to know the professionals at Serpro have the training and equipment to get your life back on the right track. Whether it's water, fire, or storm damage, for restoration and cleaning, count on Serpro of Clovis, Visalia, Fresno, and Shaver.
Home office. It started a few years ago at the kitchen table. Then, many of us turned our third bedrooms into functional workspace with every kind of technology imaginable. The home office selection at Fresno's Fashion Furniture, including the most beautiful desks, chairs, file cabinets, and accessories available. Check out the home office selection at Fresno's Fashion Furniture. There's nothing like it in all of California.
Hot tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Today through Sunday. Fresno Convention Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2023 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Fresno Convention Center. Free admission. Call 1-888-SPA-SALE.
Right now, Planet Fitness, you can get that big fitness energy for just $1 down, $10 a month. No commitment, cancel anytime. It's a great deal, and our 17 million members agree.
You can say that again.
Okay. As I said, you can join for just $1 down, $10 a month.
What a deal!
So turn your low energy into big fitness energy and enjoy tons of equipment in a clean and spacious, judgment-free zone to get that post-workout glow. So get going, or shall I say glowing? Join for just $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, April 5th.
You're invited to the Visalia Chamber of Commerce Impact Leadership Conference, April 20th. Learn about quality leadership and workforce training for Valley business owners and employees. Nationally recognized speakers will focus on workplace skills, personal growth, and community activism. Local experts will talk about leadership trends and offer networking with entrepreneurs. Central Valley employers will be on hand for career advancement opportunities. Don't miss the Visalia Chamber of Commerce Impact Leadership Conference. Call or go online today for information.
Good news. No matter what you choose, you save. Carl's Jr.'s all-day 2 for $5 deal lets you pick 2 tasty items, like our savory cheeseburger, spicy chicken sandwich, chicken stars, or French toast dips for just $5. Only at Carl's Jr.
Your Character Matters, Tuesdays at 5 on Ksee 24, local news that matters.
Check this out. A 102-year-old woman in Zanesville, Ohio, is living out her lifelong dream of receiving a college degree. During a special graduation ceremony, she was presented with an honorary Associate of Public Service degree from Zane State. And this is just pretty cool. It comes ahead of her 103rd birthday. Can you believe that? That's pretty awesome.
I wish you were as motivated as her.
Took me a little while, but we got there.
The California storms have come and gone, and we've kept you safe and informed. Ksee 24, your local authority on everything weather. The most accurate weather coverage for whatever comes next. Trust Ksee 24, your local weather authority.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back. I'm here to remind you that if you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault,